Okay, so get this, guys. It's literally a video about bracing yourself when you're deadlifting. Uh, get it? There's not much to get. It's very straightforward. I'm going to tell a story about when I was in high school. I've told this story about 1,000 times, but I've got over 2,000 videos, so what's one more time? I joined the football team when I went to high school, and we used the weight room. My high school was fortunate enough to have a weight room where we had a bunch of power racks, barbells, we had some dumbbells, a whole bunch of weights. We had some machines too, and we also had like cardio equipment like bikes, but that's besides the point. We were doing a lot of bench press and squats. I don't really remember doing deadlifts in football, but when I was in junior year, I believe it was, I joined a class called Advanced PE, Advanced Physical Education. This was a gym class where instead of doing like mostly running, learning about sports, playing sports, mostly PE was cardio for us. It was actually weightlifting, and you got to go to the weight room and learn about weightlifting. And that was my real first introduction to the barbell and a whole bunch of different movements. But to be honest with you guys, I was probably messing around when my teacher explained it. I never learned about the Valsalva maneuver. I didn't learn how to properly brace. I don't remember any of that. And I really don't remember any of the other students doing it either, but whatever. I think that my teacher was probably absent. We probably had a substitute teacher, and they probably weren't paying attention because I don't think one of my teachers would let us do this, but the boys got together and were like, let's max out, put like 3 plates on the barbell, because at that point most of us could deadlift 2 plates, but 3 plates was still very impressive. I'm talking very impressive. In my school especially, like we weren't that good at sports. I remember actually our football team went 0-27, and that's over 3 years. For 3 years in a row, our varsity football team did not win a single game. Isn't that crazy? I like to joke about it and say, oh, it's because that's when I quit the team, but it literally was. But whatever. I wouldn't have changed anything. I'll just say that. And so, right, the boys get together, we're like gonna PR, and when my turn comes along, no one's been able to lift this. They're trying, they can't move it. I'm like, I'm gonna go for it, right? And they're like, Ivan, there's no way you're gonna lift this. And I'm like, guys, if anybody's gonna lift it, it's me. I'm saying that because I was watching David Laid videos. I thought sumo deadlifting was like a superpower, and it would let you lift anything, right? So I get into sumo position, I put on the lifting belt, I get it real tight, and I have no idea what I'm doing. I don't know how to brace, I don't know how to breathe, and I basically just bend down, try to get the bar up. Immediately, my straight back gets bent like a scared cat, and I did budge the weight. I remember it moving. I don't know if I got one side up or if I lifted it a little bit off the floor, but I remember very soon after it moved, something in my back just ripped and I dropped the weight. I was like, whoa, that was weird. And then the next day, and every single day for about a month and a half, maybe 2 months, I could not get out of bed. I'm not joking. I could not lean over and get out of bed. I had to roll out of bed every single day. And it hurt just walking. It hurt sitting in a desk. It hurt standing up straight. It hurt doing pretty much anything. I mean, if you've had a back injury, you can relate to what I'm saying. I hope you can't relate, but this is what I went through. And even now, looking at my back, in the exact location where I felt that pain, where I felt that rip, that tear, I see an asymmetry. My back looks uneven. This is the very bottom of my right trap, and it looks different. It looks kind of weird. But not everything is about physique and aesthetics. I know my channel's called Hero Aesthetics, but it's really not all about that, guys. It is a lot about Jesus Christ and how he's my savior, but I could get to that later. I ripped my back. And that scarred me, not just physically, but also mentally, to the point where even today, I'm kind of scared to deadlift. And last year, maybe it was about a year and a half ago, I was doing a whole lot of pull-ups, and I was thinking like, oh, so I could do a lot of pull-ups now. You know, I haven't really deadlifted in a while, but let's try. Like, I know they're related. It's obviously back muscles, right? But I was like, now that I could do a whole bunch of pull-ups, I can naturally just deadlift way more. And so I went and tried deadlifting, and I couldn't really do anything. I was no stronger than I was before. In fact, I'd probably gotten a little bit weaker in the deadlift because I wasn't practicing it. And to be honest with you guys, I haven't really ever practiced it consistently until the past 2 years. But I was sick and tired of not being able to deadlift. So I started a challenge for myself, which I called Deadlift Every Day. I was already doing squat every day for like a year, and I thought, if I can just deadlift every single day and actually put a little bit of time and energy into this, I'm gonna be able to learn how to deadlift properly. And that's exactly what I did. I took about 50 days. It was 50 days until I called it off. I got a lot of really great advice on my videos. Runner Boy specifically helped a lot. Republic Gym helped a lot. They gave me some sources, some links. I watched a whole bunch of videos. I listened to their advice. I implemented things. And I heard one thing that really stuck with me. I've heard the term engage your lats. I've heard that a lot, but I never knew what it meant until I saw this video. I think it was Brian Ursha, I don't know how to say his last name, and he said, shut your armpits. Imagine shutting your armpits, and that actually engages your lat. Pulling the arm down, squeezing it down, engages your lats, and it tightens up your back, right? And so I started doing that, and my numbers started going better, and my form got way better. And, you know, thank God, now my deadlift form actually isn't so bad. I'm still not very strong in the lift, but my form is way, way, way better. And consistently, it's been getting better. As I practice more and more, it's been getting better. But this past year, I've been feeling some pain deadlifting, and it's a new pain. It's in my scapula. My left shoulder blade feels like it's gonna rip off, like it's just tearing sometimes. Sometimes when I deadlift, it feels like it's tearing, and you might see me like grabbing for it sometimes. I've definitely done it in other videos. I felt the pain all year, just like occasionally. And I finally know it's because I'm not bracing properly. When I actually take the time and I really squeeze those lats tight, I engage that back, it's like a brick wall, guys. It's like a brick wall, and it's so much better. When I don't do that, when I'm a little bit loose, immediately I feel like my arm's gonna rip off. And I was thinking for the longest time, if I just build the systems around, the deadlift, it's just gonna make my deadlift better. But that wasn't the case. You actually have to practice the movement. You have to practice the bracing. I thought doing a whole bunch of pull-ups would make my deadlift better. No, I had to learn the form. I had to learn the bracing. And once I did that, it's improved so much, guys. So please, brace yourself. Protect yourself at all times. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.